the same. We have to look for the guilt, but all the timeline, let's say, that planet Earth has lived, and everything that that represents. How do we translate this into very, very, very simple words? So at the end, what do we have in the subconscious mind? What is the ego's compendium? What does create what we call ego? Belief, fears, and guilt. That's it. That's all we have here. That is all we have here. So what is enlightened? What is being enlightened? What does this mean? To see all of these beliefs, fears, and guilt that the mind has inside through the Holy Spirit's vision. To see that they are not truth, that is a lie. And that is what the Course or Jesus or the author of the book calls forgiveness. You have to forgive everything you have believed until now. And forgiveness is seeing every belief about partner relationship, about the body, about health, about money, about friends, about family, about wars, about politicians, about social media, AI, God, spirituality, food, diet, spiritual path, scrolling, everything. Everything. You have to see it from another vision. And that is the miracle. That's why it's called A Course in Miracles. Miracles. Because we need many, 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 many miracles. So enlightenment is a process of miracles. That's why the seventh principle of miracles says that purification is necessary first. Miracles is everyone's right, but purification is necessary first. We don't get enlightened if we don't give every relationship, every perception about the world to the Holy Spirit. That's never going to happen. We can read many books, we can listen to many theories, but the truth is given to us by revelation. It's very, very explained on chapter 1, Revelation. And it's just given to us. It's just given to us. The truth about AI, about wars, about everything is just given to us. And then we start recognizing and understanding the bigger and the broader plan that we are in. But everything we're living here that takes away our peace and our happiness is the result of punishment of a guilt. Because guilt creates punishment. When a little kid breaks something, go to the corner, go to your room, go sit on the couch. And another principle and another thing that the mind is going to learn here is to separate from judgment. Judgment is gonna, the degree of judgment is gonna come down. It's gonna come down. And it's a process too, because why? Judgment maintains the idea. Because then I am like this in my belief, and you are like that in your belief. And then we're different. So the book says about judgment. A dream of judgment came into the mind of God, created perfect as himself. And in that dream was heaven changed to hell. And God made enemy unto his son. How can God's son awaken from the dream? How can God's son awaken from the dream? It is a dream of judgment. So must be judged not, and he will waken. It's very hard because the mind's favorite food to maintain separation is judgment. We cannot punish ourselves when the mind is judging. We have to learn to separate ourselves from the judgment and from the one who's judging. And also, under every judgment, if we give the judgment to the Holy Spirit, there is beauty and there is a lesson. But the mind awakens by eliminating judgment, especially the judgment about our life. Is this good? Is this bad? I made a mistake. No, I didn't. I should have done this. No, I should have done that. Everything that we have here, that at the end is just belief, fears, and guilt, are being projected to the exterior because the mind wants to know the content that the mind has inside, and it's being projected to issues with money, issues with the body, we call it health issues, or the mind, mental issues, issues on relationships with others, issues with home, issues with our work. Sometimes we like what we do, sometimes we don't connect with what we like, sometimes we need to shift, some things need to die, some other needs to be born. So work constitutes a lot from the individual package, the family package, and the collective package, which has inside belief, fears, and guilt. Everything will be projected outside. So how do we know when we need the Holy Spirit's assistance? We're not at peace. Our peace is being canceled. How do we know that we have belief, fears, and guilt that are against truth? We're not at peace. And we're gonna live it through all of these situations with our pets, situations with accidents, things that I'm not putting here, situations with the law. We're gonna go through different situations. That is the purpose of the timeline. But for the conscious mind to grow and at some point be 95% and 5%, for example, we need projections, we need conflicts, we need situations that are gonna cancel our peace. And then those situations are gonna take us to our knees, and the mind is gonna be saturated by suffering. The mind is gonna be in total surrender to the Holy Spirit's vision. And that's the process in time. If we don't do that, we just continue suffering. We don't understand reality. We don't understand anything that is going on. The perception never changes. This percentage never grows. This one never comes down. And then we transition from life to life with the same samsara wheel.